everyone. Good evening. Welcome. Welcome to this wonderful Change Your Life Leadership webinar. Hello, everybody. And I am super excited to have you guys here. Now, what we're going to go through during this webinar is this program called Change Your Life Leadership, which is an advanced program that is designed for adults, for entrepreneurs, and professionals who really want to discover their true potential and achieve their goals, okay, with awareness, precision, certainty, and of course, with consistency. One of the key ingredients I want to say. Now, just to introduce you real quick, the real reason why we're here is thanks to Filippo. Filippo Rossi is the developer of this whole program, okay? He is a trainer of excellence, I want to say. He has dedicated his whole life to discover truly everything that he could about the human potential development. He has worked in more than 6 European countries and 3 continents, so basically all over the world. And he put all his knowledge together to create the accelerated learning method called 3D reading, which is one of the main things we're going to see tonight, we're going to go through tonight, okay? And is a part, of course, of this program that we're talking about. In 2019, he founded a project called the Bridge Educational Center, which is a project for the development of a new educational model for the third millennium. And he is the creator behind everything that is Change Your Life Academy, which are the trainings that are directed both to adults and to kids. And tonight we are going to cover some details about Change Your Life Leadership, which is the program directed to adults that at the moment has trained more than 10,000 people around the world. And I am lucky enough to be one of these ones. So as I was saying before, and you started off great, I have to say, I don't want this to be a monologue. So my question now is, why did you decide to be here? What is your goal? Why? What do you want to get out of this night? The objective, the goal is a topic that we're going to go through quite a lot tonight. We're going to cover it a few times because it is fundamental, because it gives you a direction in anything you do in life. If you have a goal, you have a direction, you can orient everything and you can grasp what you really need. Okay, so you don't waste your energy, your resources, because you have a set goal. Now, I don't want you to write a poem, of course, okay, just a few words, but why are we here? I'm curious. Umar said, to be able to accelerate my learning. Wonderful. Thank you, Umar. Well, then we're going to find out some interesting things tonight. But why would you like to accelerate your learning? Why would you like to do that? Do you have anything specific you're working on? Okay. Well, don't be shy. we're here among us. The idea is to really, have an interactive thing. So it's not just me talking. Chosen curiosity. Well, fair enough. Okay. What are you curious about in particular? Do you have any specific goals at this point of your life, projects, anything? If you'd like to share, I'm more than happy. Okay. We have Umar. Okay. You want to accelerate your learning to take on courses to advance my skills. Fair enough. Okay. So you're in a development part of your life. Love that. Absolutely. Then we have Christine, who wants to become more effective and consistent. Okay. Okay. In what would you like to become more effective and consistent, Christine? We have Ayobami, who wants to upskill my leadership skills. Okay. Well, wonderful. Do you have any specific role? Like, where would you like to do that? I'm curious. Okay. Then we have Reem. I want to know more about the program, how it can benefit me. Fair enough. Okay. So I guess, guys, you are in the right place. Okay. And now I want to ask you an interesting question because oh, wait, we have Tosin who wants to start a business and wants to see how the training can help. Okay. Okay. So you want to start a business. Wonderful. That's a wonderful idea. Okay. Okay, wonderful. What kind of business? Daniel, to increase my reading speed so that I can be more productive. All right, wonderful. Abiola, upskill my leadership. I guess you're in the right place. Robert, embark my full potential. Okay. Sarah, understand how our brain functions and use it properly. Thank you, Sarah. That is definitely something we are going to cover more in depth together during the webinar as we go. And then we have Nina, who wants to be better at organization, to better her organization or work to optimize work-life balance. Okay, this is also a topic that I hear from quite a lot of people. And we're actually going to see something specifically to improve the organization. So wonderful. Then I see Seth here who said procrastination. Another big thing that I think a lot of people have in common. And we're gonna find a way to overcome that procrastination. Okay, thank you guys. It's so super nice to see you, all of you sharing. Now, since we're on a roll, one of my favorite questions is this one. So what do you want to achieve in the next 12 months? Okay, to feel like it's been the best year of your life. So let's pretend that it's June 2026. Okay, it's June 2026. You look back, you find yourself and you look back, stop for a moment and say, wow, these have been the best 12 months of my whole life, actually. Well, what should happen for you to be able to say something like that? What needs to happen in the next 12 months? I don't know if, some of you were sharing that, Tozin actually was sharing that he'd like to develop his business. So, if I believe maybe your business will be up and running. Christine, I would like to work less in a more focused way. Okay, so, okay, interesting. Become more efficient, I want to say. Sarah, stop procrastination, just like Seth. Okay, I see there's a bit of objectives in common, cool. Umar, to obtain my personal and professional targets. Okay, so you're on a journey to learn more, as you were saying, to work both personally and professionally. This is very interesting because we strongly believe that there cannot be professional growth without personal growth and vice versa. So perfect, Umar. Then all the others, if you want to share, of course, the chat is open. Daniel, okay, I would like to increase my reading speed by 300%. Sounds like a pretty neat objective. Love it. Okay, we can definitely work on it together and we're going to understand how later today. Okay. Abiola, change in leadership skills and professional growth. Okay, wonderful. What kind of professional growth are you looking to acquire? If you'd like to share. Okay, wonderful, guys. So now the question becomes, what has prevented you from achieving all of this so far? Why haven't you achieved it already? What Seth, for example, was saying procrastination. Also, Sarah was saying procrastination. I don't know if this is something that some of you have in common. Tozin, yes, business and up and running. Wonderful. Okay, I got that. Overall improvement in personal skills. Okay, wonderful. Sounds good. Robert, believe. Okay, believe in yourself, you mean? Okay. Sarah says high proficiency in reading and personal growth. Wonderful. Okay. Okay, you'd like to do that. Then Sarah, also believe in myself. Okay. That is one of the most important things. I want to say that we need to start with. So then we have Nina, get in my own way, very confidence and self-doubt to take a risk and fear success, failure. Yeah, so that is also something we're going to see together, okay, in a bit. But often we are the main obstacle of ourselves. And actually give yourself some credit for realizing it, because it's not something that everybody has the courage to admit. So good job, Nina. Okay. Umar says, too lazy, give up easily. Only mentoring has helped me. Okay. All right. So find also maybe the motivation to be less lazy. Okay. And Abiola said, I'm already achieving, but want to maximize my potential. Absolutely. Why stop learning? It's never too late to learn. Christine says lack of direction and concentration. Interesting. That's something we're also going to see together. And iPhone agrees, I guess, with Christine, because don't know the right path to take. Okay, that is something that maybe we can probably find out together tonight. All right. Okay, guys, thank you for sharing. Super cool, really. So now there is a fundamental element to achieve all of this. That if you master this element, then you can do whatever it is that you want to do. And this is self-awareness and self-knowledge. These are two ingredients. Understanding exactly how we function, so we are being fully aware of also what our potential is. Like some of you were sharing, you know, that they want to really find their true potential, understand what they're really capable of. Then everything changes, because really one truth has always been known, which is that the human being, us, we are much, much more than what we think we are. We only use a small percentage of our capacities. And this is something that is so common. Okay, it's known now, and I am not the one saying this. It's always been like this. Okay, and Filippo says this, but it's always been like this, as I was saying. So, for example, there's Tony Robbins, who is one of the biggest authors and motivational coaches that exist. I believe that says, I love this metaphor, this analogy, that is, we use ourselves like as if we had a piano with 88 keys, but only played one. So imagine with the rest 87 what we could do. And that gives a perfect idea, okay, of what our actual potential is. I don't know if you agree with me. Drop a yes in the chat, for example. Then we have, you know, physicians and writers and other authors like Deepak Chopra, for example, who is a renowned doctor, who says that within each of us lies a dormant power. Okay, and we are much, much more than what we have been led to believe. It's just a matter of understanding, as if we were saying before, self-knowledge is fundamental. Self-awareness is fundamental. It's the first element to master. And the problem is that we ignore it because no one taught us. That's the simple reason. And we keep making these same mistakes over and over again. For example, we keep utilizing only the rational part of our mind to learn and study. The rational part of our mind, we're going to find out soon together, is very limited, and it's not the best tool we have when it comes to learn and study. But the problem is that we think that there are no other things outside of what we have already been taught at school, for example. And we don't think outside the box. We don't look for something else. We stay in what we know already. So we don't take that extra step that allows us to find out our potential, or we procrastinate, as Sarah and Seth were sharing very honestly before. That procrastination, that fear of failure. I remember Nina said that she has that fear of failure. That brings you to procrastinate because, you know, what if I fail? What if I don't make it? What if? And your life fills up with what ifs, and you never take that step. And you may even end up complaining instead of finding solutions. So now, what are the consequences to all of this? Well, if anything resonated with what we've just said and you saw yourself in any of these, feel free to type it in the chat. Actually, I want to understand if I'm saying something that you know, resonates with you, because if we keep making these same mistakes, we end up feeling overwhelmed, okay, with this constant fear of am I missing any pieces? I have so many responsibilities. How can I do it? How can I get past this? Okay, or you keep comparing yourself to others and you end up losing confidence in yourself. I remember some of you actually before, Sarah and also Robert, shared that the reason why they haven't achieved their goals is self-belief. So it is fundamental to find that confidence, okay? Also because, as quite a lot of you, like iPhone, I still don't know your name if you want to type it in the chat, or Christine were saying, there's no clear sense of direction. So you don't know where to go. And you start things, you're so motivated at first, but then you don't follow through. You feel stuck, you fall off track. Okay, now, does any of this resonate with you? Drop a yes in the chat if you found yourself in some of these situations. For example, you operate on autopilot and you don't know how your days are getting by. Okay, and you end up, Umar, yes. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your honesty, because this is something that also we need to look at with truth, okay, with courage, I want to say. And as we were saying, you end up feeling that you're not in control of your life. And at that point, who is in control of your life? Well, Nebi, me too. Thank you. Thank you guys. It's wonderful. I don't feel alone. It's I want to say wonders of technology. So now the interesting question becomes, how can we develop our potential? Because we saw that we have a huge potential, but how can we really develop it? Well, I am super happy now to introduce you guys to a wonderful guest that we have for the night, who is the lead teacher of all the courses we have in the UK, who is Mattia. Mattia is Filippo Rossi's son, who has dedicated his whole life to do all of this, find out about how we can really develop our potential. So, Mattia, I'm super, super excited to welcome you to this webinar for the first time ever.
Thank you, Angela.
And I'll leave the floor to you.
So thank you so much, Angela, for the presentation. And hello, everyone. I'm really happy and actually honored to be here with you tonight. And yes, as Angela said, I'm the son of Filippo Rossi, the creator, the ideator of all of this, Change Your Life Academy. So what does this mean? This means that I've been living since I was just a little kid in the Change Your Life Academy mindset. So what's my reason why I'm here now? The reason why is to give you an understanding of how much you are, how much more you are than what you actually think. One of the teachers, one of the main teachers in the UK of Change Your Life Academy. So Change Your Life Academy includes a part for kids and adults, both of them. Now we are talking about Change Your Life leadership. So I see that Robert said hello, hello. So yes, why are we here? What is about Change Your Life leadership? You have to know that Filippo worked for many years with big companies. He used to work as a consultant in leadership, in improving the performances of these businesses. And he saw that on all the different people that he worked with, there were 5 key core competencies that they had that made them the true leaders, the leaders that they were, the extraordinary leaders that they were. And these 5 competencies have been put together in this seminar, Change Your Life Leadership. So just to give you an overview, then we will focus on one that is like I would not say the most important one, but one that is really a point of focus for many of you, as already shared in the chat tonight. So first characteristic, the first competence is self-awareness. So what does this mean? We already started seeing it. Angela asked you some questions, and I think that questions are the most important tools. You need to know about yourself. You need to understand who you are. You need to understand how you function. You need to understand what your limits are. Because if you don't understand that, if you don't know it, you can't upgrade, you can't work on them. So you need to know where you are. Then, the second characteristic, that is a really important one that many of you mentioned, that is something that will help you, and it is strategy and vision. So what it is about in Change Your Life Leadership, you will learn an incredible tool that is developed by Filippo, that is called the Train of Success. What does it do? It's a tool that in a scientific way will lead you to reaching any goals that you have in your life. So it doesn't It doesn't matter where you are starting. It means that you can reach everything and go beyond procrastination, go on time management. It's really specific, this. And so for those of you who said, I want to work on my personal and also work skills, that's the right one. I want to work on managing my time better. I don't want to procrastinate anymore. I want to have a direct line of direction that I want to reach, that I want to follow to get somewhere. So this is the right tool. Then the third core competence is called knowledge. So knowledge, it's been said by many people. Knowledge is power. It's something that today we know. But why knowledge is power? Because if you know many things, you can understand many things. And I want to be true with you. When we have the courses with the kids, I know that you might not know it, but we do teach the same thing that you will learn also to many kids. And this is part of our project that later Angela will tell you. But when we work with them, we always say, well, you have to know something, that in this world, many people don't want you to be an intelligent people because it's easier to manipulate you. It's easier to make you think that something is true, but it is not actually true. And for this exact reason, knowledge is power, because if you know, you can't be mocked. So in this case, Filippo developed in more than 20 years. So it's quite a huge work that he did. He put together many different things that already have been existing for a time. And he developed the so-called three-dimensional reading method that is an accelerated learning method. We're getting there really soon. Then the fourth pillar, the first competence, is about willpower and focus. So how many times it has happened to you, maybe share also in chat, how many times it has happened to you that you set for yourself a goal, you set for yourself an objective, you tell yourself, hey, I want to get there, that's my objective. But then after like a couple of days, a couple hours, a couple maybe weeks even, if you are really experienced, after a time you drop that. You don't follow that anymore. Maybe you were programming to stop working with your job and doing another one, but often give up. Well, thank you, Umar. That's something that happens many times. Like share on the chat how many of you have experienced this many times. I know, I know that's a key point. So willpower and attention. And Filippo developed also in this case one element, one tool that is called the meditation of presence, that in just no more than 21 minutes per day will give you enough willpower to reach and to be consistent in your life. So to be able to get 20 goals that you want to reach. And then the last one, managing your emotions. How many times it happens that maybe you're just caught by an emotion that you can't manage, you can't understand what is happening, because emotions are fast, are strong. You can't understand what is going on, but maybe after a time you say, oh God, I was so angry before, I didn't understand what happened, sorry for my reaction. Maybe you are working with one other colleague, maybe with a part of your family, and it happens that you can't control yourself. So managing your emotions become really important when we talk about leadership. So these are the competencies that every extraordinary leader have. Now, let's go to the one that is the focus of today, knowledge. So knowledge is power. But how can we increase our knowledge? Because we know that if I need to read a book in the usual way, like, I don't know, 300 pages, it might take me a week because I have many things to do in my life. It takes a long time to read. Well, in this case, the three-dimensional reading method developed by Filippo gets right there and give you the tool to accelerate this, but also to be able to retain what you learn. How many things it has happened to you? Please share in the chat. How many times it has happened that you read something, you study something, and then after a while, what did I study? I don't recall anything. You can't retain the information. How many times has it happened to you? Please share in the chat. I know that is something really common. So in this case, actually many times, thank you, Sarah. So many times, perfect. Why is this happening? You need to know this. I'm going to explain right now one thing that will help you to comprehend what this method is about. And almost the most important thing, actually the most important thing, is how much more powerful you are than what you think, than what they told you you are. Because we know, we have been experiencing it, that many times people tell you, hey, maybe you're not capable in that thing, maybe you're not the right one for math, for studying things, for learning. And in that case, you start saying, well, in this case, I'm not capable. You create a limiting belief, but it's not true. Let's understand why. So in neuroscience, in the last years, it's been discovered this, that our minds can be divided into different parts. And in specific, the two main parts are these ones. I will help myself with the flip chart so to give you a better understanding. So we have this part inside of us that is called the rational conscious mind. Okay, it is a part of us that, as you can see by my drawing, is pretty like limited in a box. It's able to think. It's the one that you use when you need to think, to understand things. You compare different things. It's like the conscious one, we call it this way. Okay, it's the one that usually almost every day you use it when you need to learn many times. Okay, then there is another part inside of us that is called the deep intuitive mind. Deep intuitive mind. What is this? The deep intuitive mind is the most important part of yourself. Just to give you an understanding of it. Are you breathing now? I hope so. If not, please take a breath. Are you now? Is your heart beating now? Again, I hope so. I don't see many faces here because most of you are with the webcam closed. I think that maybe you're busy with something else. I don't think so, and I hope not. But in this case, if you like, activate your webcam so that I can see and I can be sure that you're not dying right now because your heart is not beating. So your heart is beating. Thanks. Perfect. So deep intuitive mind, amazing. What does it do? Well, it manages all these functions. It manages all the functions that you do not have inside of your rational mind, that you don't think about it. You're not thinking about using your heart, using your lungs now. Okay, but it's still functioning. It's unlimited, as you can see, and it's capable of elaborating millions of stimuli continuously. All the five senses are elaborated. Okay, perfect. So this is something that has been discovered by the neuroscientists of these days. And in specific, what is the problem? That we use this part to learn things, but it is a closed box. You need to know that it can contain, in the same time, usually in the luckiest times, 7 minus plus 2 pieces of information in the same time. This is why when you learn something, you start forgetting the things that you learned before. That's it. So it's not a proper one to use. You should be using this part, deep intuitive mind. Now we see how. So to understand this, to understand how it works, please, let's do this exercise with me, okay? It's pretty simple, it's not difficult to do. So now, please, when I will tell you, not now, but when I will tell you, please look at your right. So move your head on this side, on the right, look at your right, then I will count 1, 2, 3, and you will look at your left, okay? Pretty easy, and just observe what is going on, okay? So do it now. Look at your right, okay, all of you, perfect. Look at your right, then 1, 2, 3, and look at your left. Now move your head and look at your left. Okay, perfect. So what has happened? What did you see in this simple exercise? It's again, it's simple. I don't expect difficult answer. It's just what did you see on the right? What did you see on the left? Just share in chat. What did you see on while doing this exercise? So for example, in my case, I have on this side a wall. Here there is also another wall with a window there. So in this is my case. Okay, what has happened in your case? Maybe you saw something different. Perfect. But what about what was in the middle? Just think about it. Was it focused? Was it unfocused? Was it blurred? Were you capable of seeing it? Have you paid attention to it? Because in many times, what you looked at in the middle was not something that you paid attention to. But why is this happening? Why this happened? look here. This is our eye, okay? This is like a representation of our eye. I hope that, okay, perfect, you can see it. So like this is cut it in this way. You have the retina here. This is the part where light gets in, okay? And when you look at something, you need to know how it works. When you look at something like here, like imagine we have a tree, okay? I hope that maybe you see it. Perfect, yes. So I look at a tree, and this image of the tree gets inside of my eye through that part, and I focus on the tree. What does it mean that I focus on it? That this part here, that is called fovea, receives the information, okay? And so what does it happen? That through the nerve, that is optical nerve, the information reaches your rational conscious mind, okay? And you are consciously aware of what you are seeing. So as I'm seeing now, books on shelves, perfect. Window and window, amazing. Wall and another wall, perfect, amazing. So you looked at that, and consciously you were able to know that, yes, I had a wall, I had a window, amazing. But what about what's in the middle? Well, all this information were caught by the peripheral vision, okay? This is this part, that through the optical nerve again, it reaches your deep intuitive mind, and all the informations are stored there. But hey, pay attention now. This is an important thing. Your peripheral vision is still capable of seeing things, is capable of recognizing things. And you have been experiencing this too. You had experienced this too in your life. So just as an example, I don't know, maybe you bought a car in your life, or maybe you have a friend, a parent, somebody in your family that bought a car, and you know that thing that has happened. So what has happened? That maybe you decided to buy that car, you got to the shop, you decided to buy the car, you signed the documents, and after, between that time and the time that you actually received the car, what has happened? What has happened in that time? That you were seeing cars of the same model, of the same brand, all over the street. But hey, it's not that happened that people were producing more cars of that type. It's where that you were focusing on them. Okay, perfect. Why was that happening? Even though you were not paying attention to them, you were just driving and you were seeing like a Audi Q5. I don't know, that's one. Okay, why was that happening? Because here at this level, you have a part that is called the preconscious elaborator of the deep intuitive mind. It seems like a strange word, okay? But this is really important. And this is like a filter, okay? This filter here is something that has inside of it all your objectives, like I want to have this car, or your moral, okay? And what does it happen? That when an information from your peripheral retina gets here, it just bounces and gets to the rational mind because it's something that interests you, okay? So this is a concept that we will explain, of course, really in depth during the course. But why is this so important for us? Now let's do the last exercise. Then I will give you again I will let Angela give you all the details about the experience. But please pay attention here. Please imagine if you don't have one. If you have a book with you, please pick one book. Okay. So pick a book, or imagine that you have a book in front of you. So now I will tell you to do this. Just wait a second. You will have to open that book, look randomly and see and read one word aloud so that you can hear the voice reading that word. And right after it, close the book. Okay, it's pretty simple. So get ready. If you have a book with you, please do it. 3, 2, 1. Open the book, read the word aloud, close the book. Okay, perfect. If you don't have a book, just I think that you have imagined it. So like how long does it take to read that word? Second, like a fraction of a second. Correct? Am I correct with this? Perfect. So just imagine now. Get ready because this is like a bomb. Please sit comfortably on the chair. What if you were able to read in the same time you read that one single word, all the words of the 2 pages? What if you were able to read in the same time that you read one word, all the words, so that both of the pages that you had in front of you. This is the three-dimensional reading method. In a part of it, you will be able to read at a speed of 2 pages per second. You will just do this with a book, turning the pages, and you will be reading. That's it. Why does it happen? Because you can learn to use this part, the peripheral vision, to learn to read and then connect the information between the deep intuitive mind, all the information will be here, to the rational conscious mind. That's it. You will be able, after a time of 4 weeks, by practicing, to read up to 200 pages in more or less 1 hour. That's where you can get. So that means that everything we have in our field of view, in our whole life, is stored in our mind. That's right the point. So now, just imagine this. What I just explained to you is a little part, and it's like the 20% of Change Your Life Leadership. Imagine what it is. It's way more than what you can think. It's a completely change your life. It's not just doing something to upgrade your life. It's changing your life, reaching your objectives, becoming an extraordinary person as you were born to be, and as people maybe in life told you that you are not, that maybe you're not capable, that maybe you're not enough. That's false. Please, that's false. Forget this. You are an extraordinary people. You just need to learn how to use yourself properly. This is Change Your Life Leadership. Thank you so much. So now I'll leave the floor to Angela. I am really looking forward to see you there on Change Your Life Leadership. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Wow. 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 Thank you so much, Mattia. Thank you, because this was truly amazing, mind-blowing, I want to say. And as Mattia was saying, this, believe it or not, is just 20% of what Change Your Life Leadership is about. So now we took a sneak peek of what the program is about, thanks to Mattia. And I've shared a bit about my experience, but actually tonight we have a very special person. We have Robert here, who would like to share his story, his experience of Change Your Life Leadership. So Robert, if whenever you want to, if you're ready, I saw you there earlier, you can unmute yourself and let us know, how did it go? What happened? How was your experience?
Hello, everyone. Hello, Angela. Hello, Mattia. I'm so happy to share my story. So my name is Robert, and then I am certified hypnotherapist, and I live in England, close to London, in Rickmansworth. And then I sign up for this course to speed up my reading. Actually, that was my main goal. I didn't know at this point about any others benefits what it was explained to you, because I didn't have any webinar like that. So I signed up for that course because inside me I have a voice like I don't remember something, like I lost something in myself. And then I went for the course, and the program I go through it was just blow-minding for me, and I really truly believe everything what they are saying, because as a certified hypnotherapist, I know the belief create our reality and our life. So what happened was I could take aside now the reading, how quick I can read now, but this also unlocked my memory, because I went through traumatic experience. I forgot about that. I even didn't know I did go for that. I just completely forgot. And this course recall all this memory, but also recall my identity, because I actually forgot half of me, who I am. And then that's why I'm so glad I signed up for that course. And then once I finished the course, I was following the advices, everything what the Mattia was teaching, and then I start do a lot of meditation and healing on myself. This activated that in me, and then I just spotted like I start noticing everything what people are saying, because before I just grasped maybe simple words. Now I just can hear all the sentence and I know what they are saying. I know how to respond. Also, my vision changed. I see wider. I don't have vision like before on one point. I just see much wider. The other stuff, delaying, or we often delay, think we want to do something by something stopping us. This is what stopping us is a self-belief that I even wasn't aware, because I was thinking like I don't have that belief. I don't see that belief. But the thing is, when I go through this method, that was deep inside in my subconscious, and it go on the surface, so I could release it. And now I just realized like the time and everything with organizing the life first is in my mind. So actually the time, in my opinion, is in our mind. So where I just realized that, and I find time in my mind, I have a lot of time now in external world to do whatever I want, even if I work longer hours. So that is very beautiful. And then also I could find the joy of life. I get that spark in me, like I don't push myself now to, oh, I want to do it. Is when I was a kid, it's like I just like lying on the wave. I'm just doing that, you know. It's just, it goes naturally. So I am really, this goes beyond my expectation. Actually, I just done the course 3 weeks ago, and it was like a domino effect. What it happened to me, and actually this just even more gives me the confidence in myself, because I believe we all have that confidence, and we all had that confidence. We were child, but the experience what we go through life maybe take this confidence away, and the other people opinion. So it's beautiful. I don't know, for me life is beautiful. I wake up every day, I'm so happy. And I know this leading to very good place. It's just been 3 weeks, and then I can, what I can say yet, these people, they have a very high value of and morals. So that's why this drawn me to them a lot, because in this world, these things just disappearing all around. And when I met them, it's just the love what I find in myself to people like this. I'm so happy. Yeah. So choice is yours. When I open up the book, Millionaire Mind, I was doing this some time ago. When I open up the book, I open up on the page, and I see the word today. So if you want to change your life, you change your life now. Thank you so much.
Robert, what can I say? Thank you. Thank you so
You're
much. Well, as you said, you did this only 3 weeks ago, and it sounds like your life has changed a lot already. And I'm personally feel honored because I'm super happy every time I hear you speaking, because this is, concrete results, something you can touch with your hands. It's not just ideas, right? So one last thing I want to ask you is, what's a little piece of advice you would tell to somebody who may be considering if they want to take this step in their life, or if they want to change something,
So you all here for reason. Your intuition get you here. Yeah, and if your intuition get you here, so that's why this is the step, in my opinion, you should do. Because when I remember when I lost my memory, didn't remember so many things. My mind wasn't aligned with my heart and my body. So like my intuition was telling me something. I go somewhere, my mind was like, is that right choice, or is not right choice? And then I was tired of that life, because one step I go forward, and then one step I go back. One step I go forward, one step I go back. So I said, okay, that's and I read a very good book, The Heart Code. I read that book, and that book says like the heart is never wrong; it's always right. You can only open the heart or shut the heart, but you cannot rewire, you cannot change it. Okay, so once your heart is open, the heart is always right. And then thing is, I just had to align my mind again with my heart and my body to work as a one being. And then my mind was a little bit skeptic when I see this thing, but my intuition was so strong, like no, go there. And then in my life I didn't listen to my intuition, and I ended up in no good place. And then I just decided to change it, and here we go. I'm here.
Thank
But
you
the
again.
most important thing is I am changing myself from inside. This is the thing. I'm changing myself from inside, and my reality is changing outside. So one more thing, maybe I can tell. I can see more clearly now what is right for me, what is not right for me, what a path I need to take, what path I want to take, what not. It's not like, oh, this or maybe this, or because it's many opportunities, possibilities. It's like I have that clarity, because that method will help you open up your intuitive mind and align with your body. Yeah.
Thank you. Wow,
You're
Robert. Thank you very much.
You're
Wonderful.
welcome.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much again. And this is Robert's story. But we have so many more, and it's real tangible results of what Change Your Life leadership can really do. Okay, so now an important part has come. Okay, of this webinar, which is a choice. So if you heard that some parts of what we said resonated with you so far, well, then I'm happy to say you're in the right place. And we're going to delve into all the specific details of the program soon together, see how it's laid out and all the details. But if nothing resonated, no worries. Just leave the meeting, and I guess this is not for you. So feel free, I won't get offended. But if you're still connected to this moment, then wonderful. Thank you. And let's delve into Change Your Life leadership. Actually, Change Your Life Academy, because as Mattia said before, the result of 25 years of in-depth research by Filippo Rossi has led to the creation of Change Your Life Academy. Change Your Life Academy is what is behind both the programs for adults and for kids. Just like Mattia was saying before, okay, he gave you a little sneak peek of what those are, but these are the two programs. Okay, here we have Change Your Life Kindle, which is the one for kids from 10 to 17 years old, and we have the one for professionals and entrepreneurs and adults. Okay, cool. Which we're going to be talking about tonight. Okay, we've talked about so far, actually. Now, I know it's a bit late. However, there's something I would love to share with you, but you let me know if it's something you want to do, because I would like to share with you the real reason why we do all of that we do, okay, as Mattia anticipated before, okay? So it's going to be just a short video, okay? If you'd like to join, let me know in the chat, drop a yes, a no, let me know, but because I understand it's a bit late, okay? But I would really love to show you who we are and the real reason why we do all that we do. Okay, so what Change Your Life Kindle is really about. Okay. All right. So, well, then if you want to, if maybe it's getting a bit too late, I can send it to you afterwards. Okay, because it's something that I'd love you to see. Okay, Robert, yes. Christine, yes. Okay, maybe. Okay, all right, wonderful. Then it took it took a while, but now here is who we are, why we do what we do, and again, look at the eyes of these kids that you're about to see. Don't listen just to the words, but really look at their eyes.
A unique experience.
It opens up a world.
It allows you to express yourself.
It kept its promise. It really changed my life.
An opportunity to grow.
It reopens your eyes.
A new life lesson.
It completely changes your life.
What is the Change Your Life Academy? It is a study holiday experience where kids from 10 to 17 acquire a new method called three-dimensional reading, which allows them to study all the subjects of the upcoming academic year in just 1 week. It's an excellent opportunity for youth. The objective is to develop every capacity that each person carries inside, but has never taught how to truly unlock. From the summer 2019 edition, some participants who have already acquired the method with excellent results have taken on the challenge of becoming staff members, turning themselves into teachers for their peers, testing the ancient art of learning to teach. The learning of the three-dimensional reading method is alternated into many different activities. Everyone wakes up in the morning getting a fresh start, thanks to the breathing exercises of Qigong, followed by the meditation of presence, a fundamental technique among other things that teaches you how to concentrate. During the breaks, boys and girls are divided into different teams and many team games are organized. One of the most highly anticipated games is undoubtedly the treasure hunt, but kids are also having fun in team games, chess tournaments, movement, and logical games. Kids are self-managed during the whole study holiday experience, learning how to cook, setting the dining room for meals, keeping order and cleanliness in their rooms and common areas, as well as serving each other. The little kids drive the big kids to play, while the big ones take care of the little ones. One of the most desired moments of the week is the talent show, because the boys and girls become the main characters. With their own unique talents, each kid creates a magical evening with rounds of applause heard everywhere. Finally, during the last night, a dinner gathering is held to celebrate, while continuing to have fun, remembering and reliving the wonderful moments of the study holiday. During the Change Your Life Academy experience, essential values are transmitted to the kids, such as reciprocal help, respect, as well as the ability of silence, forgiveness, and enthusiasm for life. Kids are educated globally.
This method is revolutionary.
I studied World War I in 10 minutes and remembered everything.
Let's say everything I was reading pretty fast, I could remember it all by heart. Any detail, date, name, or specific thing, I could remember it all. I would have never expected that.
Well, you are able to read a 300-page book in 50 minutes.
It gave me the motivation to change because we can all do that.
It's a unique experience that everyone needs to do at least once in life to open your eyes and become extraordinary people.
You also learn to love people in a different way compared to how you are used to love them.
For me, Change Your Life was the awakening of my life, because I didn't think you could read a book in an hour or study in 15 minutes.
It's a great opportunity for all kids to also learn a different way of life where there is no judgment, civilization can change, society can change.
It was really something extraordinary for him.
He has grown so much and changed in a very nice way. This is really about personal growth as well. Kids do not just grow at an academic and cultural level.
He was one of those kids who didn't read at all. Now he devours books like never before.
We are happy as parents because they teach human values here.
It not only helps in study, but also helps to gain a lot of self-esteem and self-confidence.
We have observed significant progress in our children, not only academically, but also personally.
It is the most beautiful thing they could do.
Only a few days to see the kids transformed. Each one arrives with a dream and returns home with the awareness of how they can realize it. This is the experience that can change your child into a better adult.
This is Change Your Life Academy.
And this is who we are. This is the real reason why we do what we do. And of course, we cannot do all of this. We cannot teach all of this to kids if we don't start with us, with the adults, because the kids are our future, but we are the present. So one of the most important rules I want to say of a leader is to lead by example. So that is why we're here tonight talking about Change Your Life Leadership, which is the program dedicated to professionals, entrepreneurs who want to change their life. And how does it work? Well, first of all, it's divided into 3 steps. And the very first important fundamental step is going to be a 3-day of in-person training. Okay, during these 3 days, we are going to cover the 5 pillars that really make Change Your Life Leadership. As Mattia greatly explained us before, these are the competencies, the 5 main competencies that you need in order to really become the leader of your own life. These are self-awareness, vision and strategy, knowledge and intelligence, willpower and focus, and role definition and healthy relationships. So also managing our emotions. Okay, this is what we're going to delve into during the 3 days, and we're going to do it like this. So we're going to start on Friday. The 3 days are going to be on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, always. And we're going to work quite a lot. As I said, it's going to be intensive, okay, because we're going to start at 8:30 a.m. and we're going to finish at around 7:30 p.m. On Friday, starting with understanding deeply what the 5 competencies of a leader are. First of all, as we said more and over again during this webinar, we're going to understand how we really function. So we start with self-awareness, because from that, you can achieve anything that you want if you really discover what your actual potential is. And as Mattia anticipated a bit before, we're going to start using our eyes in a different way. And also Robert shared this before, and we're going to understand, do some exercises on how to use our gaze in a divergent way. To then complete the Friday with understanding how to develop the fuel that allows you to really follow through any objective that you set for yourself, any project that you have, which are the willpower and focus with the meditational presence, which is a tool that takes a maximum of 21 minutes a day and really allows you to develop these two fundamental ingredients. Then we're going to hop on Friday. Friday is going to be the most intense day. We're going to finish a bit later, okay? And we're going to understand with a bomb concept, I want to say, so understanding how our mind actually works. So where we actually store our memories, okay, in our mind. And trust me, this is something that I can bet that you've never heard before. So from starting with understanding this, we're gonna delve more into what is the 3D reading method. So we're going to go through all the phases of the 3D reading method. And we're going to also understand how to manage our time, organize our time. I remember some of you at the beginning shared that they want to understand, maybe Nina shared at the beginning that they want to understand how to organize their time. Well, we're going to do this with the tool of the Enneagram 4 organization. Okay, so after, of course, we're going to do a lot of practices and exercise. This is the key word. We're going to alternate moments of theory and practice, And we're going to end, I'm going to conclude the Saturday with a beautiful tool that is called the Train of Success, which is a scientific tool that allows you to understand exactly how to develop your vision, make it tangible, get concrete, practical goals, okay, for what you want to reach, and understand exactly what you need to do, what and when you need to do it. Okay, so all the actions you need to take in order to be 100% sure that you're going to reach that goal. And we're going to dedicate quite a lot of time on this because we're going to actually apply it with you on your projects and goals. So we're going to ask you to bring your own project, whatever it is that you're working on, whatever goal you may have in your life right now. You are going to apply it together, okay? And then we jump to Sunday, which is going to be our last day together. We're gonna finish a bit earlier, okay? And on Sunday morning, we are gonna start with reading a whole book with a 3D reading method. So we're going to apply everything that we went through, that we saw in the previous days, okay, regarding the 3D reading method. Then as the day goes, we're going to see also a very interesting fact about what are the main traps that we fall in that trap us, that imprison us, okay, that don't allow us to move forward. And we're going to understand exactly how to avoid them, how to build a consistency to exit them, okay? So this is the work we're going to do on Sunday. Then after lunch, we're going to go through the role definition and the flow start. What does it mean? We're going to see all the responsibilities that we have because we all have a lot of roles in our life, okay? We all need to relate with different people. A lot of you, I remember Tosin said that he wants to develop a business, so for sure you'll have to, for example, deal with employees, okay? And we need to understand how to relate, how to build healthy relationships with our employees, with everyone around us. And this tool, the flow start, combined with the law of cosmos, allows us to do this. Okay, so understand how to prioritize all the responsibilities we have, how to find the delegates, because often we think we can do everything ourselves, but truth is we can't, okay, otherwise we burn out. And then we're gonna see how to control everything. So you can let go of that overwhelming feeling of, am I missing something? Am I forgetting any pieces? You are going to have clarity. That's the key word. Clarity on everything that you need to do. Okay, that's a big chunk of work we're gonna do on Sunday, to then finish with instructions on how to continue this transformational journey at home. So we're going to see together exactly how to apply it, how to make it, how to bring this, okay, into your day-to-day life. And these are the 3 days, how the 3 days are laid out, okay? Then these are some pictures of some previous courses, okay? And then the second step. The second step is fundamental because we are working on it, I promise, but we still haven't found a magic wand that allows us to just tap on your head and, you know, make all of this possible. And the magic word, on the other hand, is practice. We need to practice. We're going to ask you specifically to dedicate about 4 hours a week for the following 4 weeks of the course. So you're going to have a set of exercises that you need to take at home. You can manage your own time, okay? But you're going to have a path to really put into practice everything and bring it into your day-to-day life, okay? So you're actually going to also have access to an online training portal that we designed personally, okay? So it's made exactly for us. It's going to have path of videos on how to apply, for example, especially the 3D reading method, okay? You're going to have videos recorded by our teachers directly that will teach you exactly, that will guide you in what step to take each day, okay, of your consolidation process. And it's going to have all the resources uploaded, and you are going to be able to consult it every time you'll need to, okay? So it's going to be available, as it says here, for a whole year, and it's available online on your computer or on your phone, okay, as an app. And then another crucial part, okay, as we were saying before, we're not interested in working with hundreds of people because everybody has its own needs to work on their own goals. And it is fundamental to understand and adapt the work that we do together, okay? So this is the reason why what we offer as a support are mentorship sessions. Okay, so after the 3 days, you'll be assigned a mentor who is an expert of all the things we cover. And one of our mottos is, you will never be alone. And when we say never, also, Robert anticipated this before, but when we say never, we mean never. What does it mean? That you'll have unlimited one-to-one guidance, mentorship sessions, as long as you need them, as long as you are completely independent, because everyone has different needs and they need to work on different things. So if you don't give up, we don't give up on you. And that's a promise that we make and that we want to keep. Another bonus, you will also have access after the program to an international community. You know, LinkedIn, for example, we created an internal LinkedIn with all the people who participated before, and where we share ideas, you know, experiences, and it's kind of a way to expand a network, okay, of people who share the same language. So this is also a very interesting part. We heard about, we listened to Robert's testimonial, okay, to Robert's story, but there's a bunch of them on our website. So whenever you get a chance, feel free to take a look, because there's going to be, you're going to find a lot of stories of a lot of other people with all the possible different backgrounds, okay? So as we said, as you got from our accents as well, I believe, you know, we are not from the UK originally. We actually started all of this in Italy, and we've been working for quite a while in Spain. Here you can see our homes, okay? These are our centers in the two countries. We're not going to ask you to come to Italy or to Spain, of course, to be part of the program, because we are going to come to you. We have started for a few months now to work on the UK, in the UK as well. So where are we? We are precisely in Stratford, London. This is where the 3-day of intensive in-person program is going to take place, okay? And as you can see here, we have the upcoming edition, which is going to be from the 11th to the 13th of July. And for that edition, we have still 6 spots left. As I was saying, we want to keep us a limited number of people. Okay, what does it include? To recap, everything we talked about. So the 5 pillars, all the tools, the 3-dimensional reading, the meditation of presence, the train of success, the flow star, the access to the online portal and the app, the one-to-one lifetime guidance, okay, to keep up all the work, to follow you, to accompany you, okay, through the journey that you're gonna take at home, okay, and be available to you anytime. And also, since we're gonna spend quite a few hours together, breakfast, lunch, and all the snacks during the 3 days are included, okay, so you won't have to worry about that either. if you have any questions still, first of all, feel free to type in the chat if you have any questions, but feel free to also book your assessment coaching call. Let's have a chat. Let's understand together how this program and if this program can be the right fit for you at this point. Okay, so yeah, if we haven't had a chat to talk already, feel free to do it with the link that Gabriel shared in the chat. So, guys, I know we ran a bit long, okay, but with Mattia, with all the interesting things that Mattia shared, I believe that was a great sneak peek of what this program is about. Listening to Robert's story actually was really touching, I want to say, because again, that gave the concreteness, okay, of what this program can mean. So now, with all my heart, I really thank you for dedicating, for investing this hour, past an hour, to yourselves. And I really hope that if you want to change something in your life, you're going to do it. Whether you seize this opportunity or not, this is the opportunity that life has presented you at this point. You can choose to seize it or not, but if you want to change something for yourself, do it now. As Sidek said before, you don't need to revolutionize everything. It just needs that little step. So with all my heart, I'm gonna be in the July program. Mattia is gonna be at the July program. So really, with all my heart, I wish you a lovely, lovely rest of your evening. I really hope that we're gonna meet each other real soon. And again, thank you so much for dedicating this time to yourselves and to us. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Thank you, and look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.